Hey guys, so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a compression reading of my dad's Case 444 tractor with the 14 horsepower Kohler K321 engine, and we're going to take the head off because I believe it does have low compression and it's making a noise similar to piston slap or rod knock or something along those lines. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your hose for the compression tester and screw it into the top of the cylinder. This is after you've removed the spark plug. And it should hit a rubber grommet and make a nice seal, but you don't want to tighten it too much because you don't want to strip the cylinder head. And then you put the gauge on it. Make sure that's on there nice. Make sure there's no air in it. And then you turn the key 3 cycles. 3. So I got 60 pounds. I'll try that again, and we'll take the average. I got about 60 pounds. Each time it hits 60 pounds. Alright, so I have all the head bolts out. And I'm going to see if I can pop the head off of this motor now. Seems to be going pretty smoothly. Oh yeah, we got oil or gas in the cylinder. That's kind of interesting. Get the cylinder all the way at the bottom now. Clean all the crap out of it. See if I can see the hole or hash marks in the cylinder wall. It looks like there's some metal marks in the oil or something. Hey guys, so I took the compression reading in the Case 444 tractor. It's a Kohler K motor again, and I got 60 pounds, well 60 psi. I talked to my dad and he said that was pretty low for the motor. So we're going to go ahead and start pulling the engine. I've got all the linkage disconnected. I've got to disconnect the hydraulic hoses and the hydraulic pump, and then I'll get the hoist out and I'll disconnect the motor mounts and we'll pick it up and put it on the floor and start taking it apart so I can get it off to R&R, the machine shop I use, and they can check it out and make sure the motor's good. So I figured you guys would see this kind of cool. I've got the radiator or cooling support off of the hydraulic system, and I can turn the front of the crankshaft. It's got the fan on it. My dad's replacing the fan, it's already broken, so I'll spin it a little bit. You can see the valves opening and closing. And you probably can't see on there, but you can see the rings moving in and out. Oh yeah, there's a lot of play in this cylinder. So I have the motor out of the tractor now. I'm going to push the tractor back outside once I clean up some of the tools and stuff. And I'm going to start tearing the motor apart. Alright, so you can see that I got the oil pan off the bottom of the motor. And in there is the connecting rod and the camshafts and everything. So what I'm going to do before I take the connecting rod out is I'm going to take the, because you have to match the end cap up properly because the way it's line board, I'm going to take a numbers punch set and put a 1 right where it splits and comes apart. That way I can put it back on the correct way. This is a numbers punch set, and that's the number 1. Take my little hammer here and line up number 1 right in the center. Alright, so it looks like it's already marked from the factory anyway, but so I'm going to crack the bolts loose with my 3/8 breaker bar here. me its ratchet. Well, it's actually finger loose now. May have to tap it apart a little bit. There we go. End cap is out. There are no bearings in these motors. Now we can push the piston up to the cylinder and pop it out. So here's the piston and the connecting rod. Dirty, but I don't really see anything majorly wrong with it. Hey guys, so I have the motor off the tractor today. I've got the piston and connecting rod out, and I've got most of it disassembled. I have a couple other things to do. I got to get the crank out of the motor. That'll be the next project, but I've had enough for the day. It's getting kind of cold out here, and I'm sick of smelling kerosene fumes. So that's pretty much it for the day. There's not too much wear on the piston. I'm not really exactly sure what was wrong with the motor, other than the fact that it had low compression and it was really filthy inside. Like nobody ever changed the oil. So I don't know, I'll see what my dad says, and we'll go from there.